This is a test for my prototype for the lab final. I'm making an LED cube, I think it's a 4x4x4 LED cube, so a total of 64 LEDs. I'm starting to make a little prototype with extra solder I had lying around. And so this isn't the final version, so it's not completely implemented, but I wanted to test basic functionality, and it's going to be a little hard with one hand, but I have power. And so each of these are powered by layers, and they're powered by these poles which control the the ground. So if you have power touching to this layer, you should be able to turn on each individual LED by the poles. And for the ones that don't have poles, you can still check by the little rings. So we'll see that again over here. I'll leave that in there. And we can see that this one will also turn on. If I can get it to stay. Let's just try this one. There we go. So once I implement the poles into each of these rings, we should have access to each of the individual LEDs via the poles and the layers. And I have background code that should be running to address each of them individually, which will be sent to shift registers to fully enable all of the LEDs. And now let's see the bottom. I have real wire coming in later on today, so I should be able to implement the real version in about a day. And then I should be able to get coding on that. So let's go ahead and see that bottom works. Go ahead and touch the pole again, and we can see that even from up here on the top, still get a solid connection with the power and ground. It's kind of hard to do with one hand again. We'll see over here, another connection, and we'll check the one right next to it as well. Just get it in there. Alright, we'll try this one. Okay, and anyways, this is another LED working. This just shows that both the rows work with the power supply that I'm giving it. And that's basically how the LED cube is going to work. I'm going to be able to program each of them individually with shift registers, running the code that I need to individually access and write each LED. I have the code running for that kind of halfway done in my Tinkercad. I'm still testing it a little bit, so I will upload that when I have it all ready. But for now, this is the prototype lab demo video.